Hello, Shamanettes. It's Suzanne, the Beauty Shaman. So today we are asking the question, can older women do the cut crease look? So if you follow makeup trends, this is a huge trend that our younger counterparts have been doing for a little while. It is not for everyone, okay? Not, especially older women. On some of you, it's going to look amazing and it's going to be such a great trick. And on some of you, you're going to be like, yeah, that's not going to work on me. But it's something new to learn. And it's really, actually really fun. And it can make this look that I have on right now, this is the finished product, where you really have much more of a defined crease. And you can play a lot more with your lid and create more space between your eye and your brows. So this is a really fun thing. I'm excited to teach this to you. I think you'll really like it. Before we get started, please visit my store at thebeautyshamanstore.com. Sign up for my newsletter while you're there for updates, insider tricks, and discounts. And also hit the subscribe button and the bell in order to be alerted every time I upload a video here on YouTube. All right, let's get going. Okay, so for starters, Shamanettes, to do the cut crease look so that it looks pretty and natural and not too overdone for we mature ladies, we're going to open up the eye area even more. You want to have this area be as open and wide as you can. Now, I know most of you don't have the real estate I have. I know I've got a lot of real estate there. But I'm going to show you how to have even more real estate than you have by doing these simple tricks. So for starters, I'm just going to brush up my brows. And you can brush them way up, like you could do what's in trend right now, which is this really big lash look, which I'm not super fan of. Or you can go a little lower. I like it a little lower. All right, next I'm going to fill in my brows with an eyeshadow. I'm actually going to use this particular color right here. This is in my Color Science color palette. You just want to use a color that matches your eyebrow color. And if you color your eyebrows like I do, match the roots of your hair. All right, so I'm going to start by just adding some shape. So I'm going to make this line stronger. And then go underneath. I like to fill it in very softly. I don't like the really sharp, heavy eyebrow look. But see how much that opened up my whole eye area. Okay, next I'm going to use an eye primer, and I'm going to use MAC eye primer, so it looks like this. And I'm just going to put it on with my finger. So this helps your makeup to stay on longer. It evens out the skin on your eyelid because I have a lot of discoloration on my eyelid. It also, if you go one shade lighter than your natural skin tone, will really help to open this up. So this is for any skin color. We're just using it as a base and to open up that area. So see the difference. Now looking at both my eyes, you can see the difference that this eye has and how much I've opened that up. If you need to set your primer with a little powder, like if you have oily lids, then now is the time to do that. I do not have oily lids, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to take my eyelash curler, all right, because it has this lovely edge right here that you can see. And that's the edge that we're going to use to get this line that we're going for, this crease cut line, even, which is super awesome, right? Because otherwise we get it all over the place, or at least I do. And with this, I'm going to use some eyeshadow colors from an eyeshadow palette from Jane Iredale. This is Daytime. That's the palette. And I'm going to start with this color, go to this color, and then I'm going to slowly go to this color and then this one. So that's the order. All right, so I take my eyelash curler, close your eye, put it right in your crease. Now, if you have a hooded lid, this is super helpful to figure out where your crease is. Sometimes it helps to lift up your eyebrow a little bit, but you'll get that right in there. So that it goes down into the crevice of your eye. Then you take that soft, kind of light color, maybe a shade darker than your skin, with a brush that has a tip. See how that has a tip to it? And run that right along that edge. Isn't that cool? Easy and cool. Okay, next I'm going to take the one shade darker, which in this palette is a little bit peachier of a color. Same thing. Put this back, and I'm going to run that color again over the top. So I'm layering. So just remember, throughout this video, light brings out and dark recedes. And we're slowly building the darker edge. See that? So it just gave it a little bit more depth. All right, now I'm going to take and use a thin brush with a little slant to it, and I'm going to dip it in the dark brown color. And I'm going to go right next to my lashes. And I'm going to pull it out just a bit. And the way you measure that, you go like this, and you can see from this line, from the corner of my nose to the edge of my eyebrow, that's the line you want to hit. We're not going to do a total wing liner because I actually don't prefer that on older women, but you can if you want. Just going to wing it a little bit. Then I'm going to bring this up right next to my lash line. We're also going to use a gel liner on top of this. This is a little bit more of a complicated look, but this is so that the liner is more well blended. Okay, now I'm going to take the dark brown color that I just used to line my eye, the top part of my eye, and I'm going to put it just in this outer edge. And the more hooded your lid, the more you can work this outer edge. See how I'm just doing that outer V and how that makes my eye even bigger. And you can already see where the crease is because you've already made it, so you just follow that line that you've already created. Then I'm going to take this brush, which is kind of a blending brush, but I'm just going to tap it because I don't want to spread the color out. I just want it to stay where it is. So I'm just going to use this to tap it in. Okay, now I'm going to take the Jane Iredale Dark Topaz, and it's a gel liner, as you can see. All right, all I'm going to do is use this just on that outer edge of my eye. I'm not going to take it all the way across. I'm just going to tap it between my lashes, just on that outer edge. You could also use like a charcoal or any color you want, just on that outer edge. Just going to tap that in. If you want, you can also put a little of it in here. We're just adding depth on either side that makes your eye look automatically bigger. Okay, lastly, I'm taking the charcoal in the palette. That's the darkest shade. And I'm just going to blend this dark line in just a little bit. So I've got the darkest shade at the very outer edge. Okay, now we're going to go inner for a little bit more of a cut look. So I'm going to take my concealer here, which is my Cogen Dough concealer, and I'm going to use this very thin little brush, dip it in the concealer, which I put on my hand, going back to this, close your eye, put it right where you want it, and then draw a little line here with this, just on the inner corner. And this is just to give you some direction. Then take that line, and that's your basis for adding a little bit of concealer to the inner part of your eye. Keep it off of the liner that you just made that's next to your lashes. See, I'm really keeping that free from that edge right there. Just tap it in. But see how that created a much stronger line right there, which is what I'm looking for, and that's the cut crease. But see how that opened up my eye? So it's a little bit more dramatic, but if you do it softly, it's not a heavy look. It's not too overdone. Okay, I'm going to put a little glitter on my eyelid right here because what's a woman without a little glitter? I love glitter. If you can wear it. Not all of you can wear this, and I understand that. But this is a lovely glitter palette from Chantecaille that I am in love with. And I'm going to use this peachy color right here. Okay, I'm going to put it on with a brush. And I'm just going to dab it. You can also use your finger. If you want to, you can take that same color and just run it right beneath your lashes. This also, again, raises your eye up just a little bit. I'm going to use my dabbing brush again. Okay, so it's time for mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes. Now I'm going to use my Jane Iredale Beyond Lash Volumizing Mascara. This is a clean mascara. It does not contain formaldehyde like so many mascaras. Has a lovely hourglass shape to it too that helps with application. Okay, I forgot to put something underneath, so now I'm going to take that dark brown color, not the charcoal, because on me that's probably going to be a little too dark, with a thin brush, and just lightly place that underneath my eye. Be careful not to go too heavy underneath your eye. That can really pull your eyes down. If you want to put mascara on your lower lashes, go ahead. I'm not going to for this particular look, but if you do, I would do very, very lightly, just touch it barely. One last trick here, just to throw it in, is I'm going to do a little bit in the waterline. And this is a purple, and I'm going to go right underneath my lashes. I love using purple because I have green eyes, but purple is great for any color eye. And this just adds a little bit more dimension and depth to my lashes. Well, I hope you really enjoyed this look. I think it is super fun. It can really add dimension to your eyes. It can really open up your eyes, as well as just being a little bit more glamorous of a look, which I am all about. I think that's wonderful. It's so much fun to be glamorous. So let me know what you thought of this. Please write down below. Ask any questions. I love hearing from you. I love having a dialogue with you. Thank you so much for watching The Beauty Shaman.